What up, YouTube? It is Friday and gator season opens tomorrow. I still got to get everything ready for gator season, but right now I'm heading down to Tractor Supply. I'm gonna grab some stuff for the cabin, and then I'm gonna stop at Alligator Road on my way out because I'm gonna pick up some grubbage from my friend Gwen. She owns the Corner Mart in Huger, South Carolina, and that is H-U-G-E-R, pronounced Huger. And during hunting season, or at least the beginning of hunting season, she sets up her food truck out in the National Forest and caters to the hunters. And so I'm gonna stop by and see her and grab some grub. And later on in the year, when winter hits, Corner Mart hosts my absolute all-time favorite turkey shoot. It is my favorite turkey shoot in the Low Country. And I'm sure I'll get lots of video of that coming up soon. I also brought that Ruger 1022 with the binary trigger because I think I got all the bugs worked out. So I got a 25 round Ruger BX25 magazine, and I brought one of the GSG 110 round magazines, the drum magazines. And we're gonna test that drum out, see how it cycles, and keep our fingers crossed that that Ruger cycles the way it should. Not even gonna lie, y'all. I'm in the Starbucks drive-thru. I'm getting myself some city coffee, and it tastes good. We're gonna run in and grab some gear, and then we should be ready to roll. I came for wasp spray, and I ended up with all kinds of apple flavored deer goodies. I've never used it, but I've heard good stuff. I also just talked to my buddy Gabe, and y'all, those of y'all that follow my channel will recognize him. He's been in a lot of the videos. He's one of our local naturalists, and we're gonna head over to his house after we get done at the cabin. He lives right around the corner in Hellhole Swamp, because he's got some rattlesnakes. He's got a bunch of rattlesnakes. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm sure we're gonna do something with them. There we are, back in the government. Looks like we got somebody hunting up here. This is public land. This is all national forest. And they got a dog box. I don't think they're running dogs, but they're probably out there doing some hunting. Apparently it's a dog day because there's some folks running dogs. I wish I knew about it. I wish I was hunting dogs, because I'll tell you what, I don't really sit much. I get bored and fidgety. I love hunting dogs though. A lot of folk running dogs today. Hopefully I'll see someone at Gwen's that I know and maybe try to get in on a hunt. I got some buckshot. I got a shotgun with me. I'm gonna do barbecue with the red sauce. Okay. And then I'm gonna get a drink too.
Okay.
And a bag of chips.
That's fine.
I'm hungrier than I thought, Gwen. So tell YouTube when the turkey shoot starts again.
First week of November.
Okay.
The first Friday night of November.
And what's the address of Corner Mart?
3484 Steve Creek Road.
Okay.
PG. Yep. You want a cupcake?
Yeah. Ask the fat guy if he wants a cupcake. Yeah. Now I got dessert and everything. Yeah. It is a dog day. That was confirmed with Gwen over at the Corner Mart's truck. I got a barbecue sandwich, chips, Coca-Cola, and a cupcake. So I got a little bit of dessert kicking too. And tomorrow's another dog day. She's gonna be set up out here every time they're running dogs. And I know a lot of y'all that watch are from states that don't allow dog hunting. And to avoid any confusion, we are not hunting dogs. We are hunting deer with dogs. You dump out the dogs. I'm sure you've seen the dog boxes in the back of people's trucks. And they run the deer down, and we shoot them with shotguns, with buckshot. We are in Francis Marion National Forest right now, and that is public land. It's a national forest, and it is believe gross acreage, 526,000 acres. So just a little over 500,000 acres of public land for people to get out, hunt, fish, mountain bike, ride motorcycles, do pretty much whatever you want. Barbecue sandwich was awesome. And now we got about 8 miles of dirt road, y'all.
For my shadows have left my side for good. A beacon from home.
Y'all can see there ain't much water in the swamp. And we've been getting a lot of rain, but the swamp's not gonna fill up till the groundwater level, the water table comes back up. You can see there's just a little bit of water and some little pools still. National forests are federally owned government land for public use. Now, they also farm them for wood production. What they do is they sell off timber rights to private timber harvesting companies to come in and log out certain tracts of land, because the federal government is basically managing our public lands for wood production now and not critter production. They are doing controlled burns that are too hot, and they're killing off all the oak trees which produce food for our critters out here in the woods. And the reason they're doing that is because they can make money off selling lumber or timber, but they cannot make money off the critters. It's sad. Last time I was out here, it was at night, and so y'all couldn't see much. But the Forest Service just sold off the timber rights a little while back to Horse Island, and they've pretty much logged it all out. I am gonna take y'all through, since we have daylight, and show you what they've done. This is the front section of it. And I'm gonna take y'all down here, and you can see some huge tracts of timber that they have taken out. Y'all can see this huge tract right here. This was logged out earlier this season. I just stopped to take a leak, and I've seen more dove fly in here than I have at the Dove Club. So I'm gonna load up and see if I can't whack one. Here's another big tract that they logged out. It was time to bust out the thermocell. We drove completely around Horse Island, and now we're heading back to the cabin to check on the corn pile, put some cameras out, and kill some wasps. Here we are at the cabin. Okay, I've got everything loaded up. I got my cameras. I got all my store-bought yummy sweet deer stuff. I got binoculars so I can check the corn pile without getting up on it to keep human scent at a minimum. And I brought a shoddy with some buckshot just in case we hustle up a pig or something. Corn pile looks somewhat untouched. We're gonna go check it out. Now this corn pile is fairly fresh. You can see where it's been getting worked over, but not too hard. So hopefully they'll start chowing on this pretty heavy in the next few days. I've got 2 cameras out. One is updating. I hope it's gonna work. The other one looks like it's gonna work. And now I'm gonna put some of that apple stuff out. We're gonna set the mineral block and all the other apple flavored bait on this corn pile. Not gonna put anything on that corn pile. And we're gonna see which corn pile gets worked over more. This stuff's a lot brighter than I thought, and it's got a heavy, heavy apple scent. There's the first cam, and I got that set up a pretty good ways from the corn pile. Here is all the apple stuff. I'm about to pour the syrup stuff out. And here is the other cam. And the camera is still setting itself up. I've never really spent money on these flavors and baits, and I'm really sort of excited to see how they do. This stuff's really smelly as far as apple-y scenting. Pretty good smell, and I'll probably bring in a bunch of pigs. I am definitely curious to see how this stuff does. This camera looks like it's still setting itself up. Okay, we're gonna go up to the tree stand and we're gonna kill those wasps. I hate wasp, and I'm probably gonna get stung. Okay, you little winged varmint critter things, whatever the hell you are. Insects. Okay. None of them are flying. Maybe it kills them instantly. I don't know. I've never used wasp spray. Oh yeah, they definitely don't like it, but they're not coming after me like I thought they would. So, we're gonna give them a chance to die. They are stinging like crazy, but they've like lost all their coordination. Okay, I'm gonna leave that can of wasp spray up here in case we need to use it again. And we're gonna go check that camera, see if it started working. I think the camera's working. I'm not 100% sure. I got a couple of uploads, so we're gonna go back to the cabin. I'm gonna check my phone and then fiddle it with it more. Y'all fly fishing tomorrow?
Probably end up bringing a fly rod or two.
Okay.
No reason not to. He said he wanted to do some artificial.
Yeah.
So I went to Hadrolls and I got the most badass shrimp pattern I could find.
That'll do it. They got that little fiddler crab pattern too that does pretty good.
Oh yeah. So they have one now called the Changa crab, and like the hooks aren't on the back of it. The hooks are on the claws. And the claws are made of foam and they float.
I've seen those. Yeah, I saw those down in Florida. You cast pretty good.
I've been doing it for a minute.
Do this. Okay, we're gonna try to cycle the 1022 with binary trigger. I think I've got all the bugs worked out. This is a 110 round magazine, and I've also got a BX25 25 round magazine in my pocket. Okay, I'm just gonna Johnny Law it to see what the bolt's doing on the video afterwards. Almost. Okay, take two. Take three. Y'all can see both shells in there because it's stovepiping. See if it's stovepiped again. Yeah, I switched to the BX25 to see if it does any better. It might just be the magazine. Okay, the GSG 110 round has got feed issues. The 1022 seemed to cycle just fine with the BX25, and we've got, what is it, maybe 10 rounds, if that? Less than 10. These are all the rounds that stovepiped, and we're gonna see if it'll cycle the rest of these without any issue. Okay, let's see what it does. Almost. That's it. Squirrels coming in for all these pecans yet?
Not really. I've seen one.
I've been hearing them drop out of the tree all day.
Oh, is that chicken in the wood?
Oh, that might be chicken of the woods.
It's not orange.
It's hard. It's a shelf mushroom for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Gabe got a bunch of mushrooms he's going to cook tonight.
Oh, did he?
So I don't know what he got. I'm about to go find out. Okay, y'all. Now we're heading over to Gabe's to play with some snakes, and I think we're going to be playing with rattlesnakes today. Inside that bucket is, what is it, Gabe?
An Arizona black rattlesnake. Crotalus cerberus.
How big is he?
He's full grown. He's about 3 foot.
Okay.
Right, back up a little bit.
Yep.
Hey, bud.
Oh, yeah. He's popping
You'll
up.
hold that
He's
for me?
pretty.
Oh, he's gorgeous. So these guys are Arizona black rattlesnakes, native to out west. It's a full-grown adult. They're a medium-sized species. This guy right here, he's a little bit lighter than some of the other ones in different localities. These guys get the name Arizona black because some of the localities are legit solid, like dark pitch black. They'll have a little bit of modeling, but they'll be black.
With the subdued saddles, he almost looks like a Mojave.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, at least he reminds me of a Mojave.
Now, this guy right here is a retired education animal. So I took him in when an educator friend of mine retired.
And how long have you had him?
About a year.
Not a lot of banding on the tail. That
No,
pattern
not at
just
all.
sort of goes down.
So what's really cool about these guys is they can actually control their color cells in their skin. There's chromatophores, I think is the
Okay.
proper term. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, they can actually change color kind of like a chameleon. They can lighten up and darken up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to use your snake hook for the GoPro. Oh, wow. Oh, he looked like he was getting a little nervous with that. Looked like he was thinking about rattling.
Yeah, like I said, he's pretty chill. He doesn't rattle much. And I do also want to say that I am a professional. Don't ever just go out and say, oh, he's got a rattlesnake, I can go get a rattlesnake. Because I've been working with venomous snakes for years and years. Snakes in general since I can remember. And I've got, plenty of years experience working with these guys. So please don't just go do this at home.
Yeah, don't go in the woods and find a new pet, y'all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There he is.
I might make that the thumbnail. Rain's coming down a little bit more. It's starting to get a little wetter. And I put a rain jacket on. Gabe went in to grab another rattlesnake. And which one's this?
So this is a Mexican cantil. So a Kistrodon.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So this is basically the Central and South American version of a cottonmouth.
Yeah, he's got the head. The colors on him are nice.
They are in the same family as the cottonmouth and the copperhead. Two main species are the Kistrodon bilineatus.
Now he's got the light color on the tail, the lure.
Yep.
Now will he lose that?
He'll keep it. He'll keep a little bit more of it than your copperheads and cottonmouths will.
Okay, and cottonmouths drop theirs.
So cottonmouths and copperheads both lose those over time. These guys actually will keep them a little bit longer into adulthood. So this is almost adult male. Now the reason they have those really bright colored neon tip tails is they use them for what's called caught alluring. And so what caught alluring is they'll actually sit there really still and they'll wiggle that light yellow or lime green tail and it'll attract prey. And when the prey comes up, they're thinking, oh, I've got a tasty snack. Bam! They hit them, envenomate them, sniff them out and eat them. So these guys are called a Kistrodon bilineatus because of the two lines on each side of the face.
He's super alert.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, if you look at them, it's very similar to a cottonmouth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And what is their geographic distribution range?
Central America.
Okay.
Central America down into kind of the upper part of South America.
Okay.
Yep. But you have the tailor eye, the Kistrodon tailor eye, which is the Taylor's cantil, which actually occurs further down, and they cover more of the South American range. So they're even more of a tropical species than these guys.
Okay. Yeah, the contrast on the head with the lines is so, it just pops.
Yeah, I see you. There we go.
Gabe is grabbing another rattlesnake. This is a hybrid prairie rattlesnake, and I can't remember what else, but he will tell us. And then I'm gonna go meet Real Babes for some city food. I know, dude, it's been raining forever.
He's pushing fire ants up towards my house, man.
Yeah, our yard is just, they're all flooded out.
Are you battling them too?
Oh yeah, they're on the boat too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boat's infested with them.
And I've got animals, so I gotta like really be on top of it. There he is. This guy is feisty.
Okay.
So I got this guy from a buddy of mine, and I traded two.
Oh wow, nice.
I traded 2 Florida king snakes for this guy. A buddy of mine wanted to get into a colubrid project with the king snakes.
Oh, he is feisty.
Yeah.
And what is he? He's a prairie and what else hybrid?
Look at that. So he is a prairie and a here, Wally, you can hold on to that one. He is a prairie and a northern Pacific rattlesnake hybrid.
Okay. He's real light for that northern Pacific blood.
He's got a little bit of dust on him from in his hide. He's it's a rock hide made out of natural rock.
Okay.
So he's got a little bit of that slate dust on the back end. His whole color is more accurate up front here.
Oh, he's really showing up now that we got a little bit of light source on him.
Yeah, and just look at that rattle.
I know. He's been going a little bit since he came out.
If you look, he's got that prairie head though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is not a naturopath. But that being so, certain rattlesnakes actually have different properties to their venom, whether it be hemotoxic, cytotoxic, neurotoxic. So with this guy being a hybrid, you don't really know completely which way it's going. You know,
well, the prairies and the northern Pacific, they're both hemotoxins, aren't they?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that the Norpoc has some cyto or some neuro. I can't remember which one. So it could vary some. And that being said, it could be even more hemotoxic than it normally would be.
Yeah, he is feisty.
Yeah, he is. This is the one my
I
wife...
jumped back a little.
Yeah.
I'm looking through the viewfinder. He looked a lot closer than he was.
So this is the one my wife hates, because anytime you walk in the reptile room, he just starts...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she hates it.
Yeah, he's got the saddles that you can... They go pretty much with the prairie.
Yep.
Or the northern Pacific, just different color, you know? When I was a kid, the southern Pacifics were the #1 species.
Yep.
Just about out of all snakes, followed by gophers.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, they used to be all clumped together. It used to just be Pacific rattlesnake, and then they subdivided to northern Pacific and southern.
And there's a lot of color variations.
A lot.
Even within the same locality.
Yep.
We've been on busted up concrete slabs to where they've been, you know, dinning. And they'll come out in the spring and there'll be light ones, dark ones that are almost solid black, you know?
So, I know you mentioned denning. So a neat fact about our native rattlesnakes here in South Carolina is that here on the coast, they don't den. They don't really start denning until you get in those high elevation areas. And the reason why they den, like our timber rattlesnakes here, the reason why they den up in the mountains is because down here it doesn't get cold enough to require them to find a specific area. Up in the mountains, they actually have to find specific areas on southward facing slopes in the rocks that are going to get enough sunshine to keep it warmer than the rest of the area outside during the winter. So they don't necessarily den because they're social so much as out of necessity, and there's only so many places that are suitable to overwinter.
And how old is he?
I want to say he's an adult. I want to say he's 3-4 years old.
Okay.
So he might get just a hair larger, but not by much.
Now, that's a lot smaller than the prairies and the northern Pacifics.
Yeah, it is. Well, not necessarily the prairies for males, because that's a male. Males are about that size. Females, a little bit bigger. But he is a little bit smaller than both of them, but not by much with the prairie. But yeah, like I say, he might grow just a little bit more, but not much.
He's pretty, man.
Oh, yeah,
he's real pretty.
He's gorgeous.
It is still raining. I'm leaving Gabe's. I'm heading to Applebee's to meet up with real babes. And hopefully, since it's raining, I see a snake on the way. Looks busy at Applebee's. Do you know what you're gonna eat?
Probably the same thing I always eat, chicken fingers and french fries. It's like, alright.
I am home and about to do some editing, get everything out of my pocket, and yeah, hoping to get this video out for y'all. That's it for that video. And as far as hunting on the dogs, I probably could have stopped on the road and asked those fellas if they needed an extra stander, and I probably could have done some hunting, but I had a bunch of other stuff to do. That 1022 it's cycling better. It's still not 100%. I think the issues last time were 100% with that GSG 110 round drum magazine, because the BX25 cycled just fine. What else did I want to touch base on? Oh yeah, today is opening day of gator season, and I'm still not totally ready. I still gotta reline a bunch of reels with 100-pound test, get all the snag hooks ready, and then I think we might do some gator hunting today or tonight. I'm not sure, but when we do, y'all are coming with us, and we will see y'all soon. Hope y'all have a great week planned, and we will talk to you soon. Love ya.